All right, test run 2 for my live stream app here. Doing this shot, guys. Today we're going to hit you with a little politics mixed with some comedy, hopefully, and a little rant for myself, a little mental health before I go in for work and deal with this. So I'm the Stoney Progressive. I do these as a bartender, traveling bartender. Hopefully soon to be doing politicians from the regions that I've lived in all across the country to help those who have bumped into me maybe understand their congressmen and such a little better, and hopefully hitting some camera right. Hopefully hitting some protests and rallies, riots, anything I can hit here in Florida and then in my travels. Today, I'm just gonna hit you with some politics and comedy, and start off with my traveling views. I am looking at things through my own perspective. I have done a little research lately, just some fun facts and figures. 22.5 million Americans are currently millionaires. That's 22 million families who are living a very nice life out of 330 million Americans. So you're looking at, it's what, like 6.5%. Pretty nice. So when you know we talk about 1%, it's really not the 1%. You know, that's a pretty well off number, millions of people that are doing pretty well. So I don't think of the 1%. I look at things like there's also like 1.6 million Americans that have more than 3 homes. That's not property owners, that's homes. And 9.2 million Americans or 9.6 million Americans that have second homes. So almost 10 million families that are living very nice, comfortable lives. I look at the world like that's less than 10%. Right now in COVID times, with people saying that there's not labor, there's too many people taking time off. As a worker who has recently been sick, who is looking at people who are sick, who is working with people who are, it's just dropping like flies. How many people you get sick? We don't get sick pay in any of these industries. You don't get sick pay. You don't have health insurance, so you have to pay for your doctor visit. You don't get sick pay. The costs add up so fast. So I look at things like there's 25% of Americans that are doing pretty well. Right now during COVID, they're traveling around, they're living their lives. They want things to go back to this traveling around and living, and they're getting frustrated with the 50% of us who have to work every day just to live. And then there's another 25% in there that are somewhere in between. So when you look at politics and you mix this this income disparity into politics, well, we got like 30% of Americans that are Republicans, very well off usually. Look at things like they want to keep their money, they want to keep things. Democrats who basically the same, they want to keep theirs, but they pretend like they want to spread things around, even though they really just want to make sure. I think both parties are very, very similar, but you have to be well off to even care about these parties. The 40% of us who are considered independents and the 50% of people who don't vote on a regular basis kind of are more in that 50% of people who don't have anything. They have to work every day. We don't have any wealth. So we are constantly working. We don't have time to discuss your politics. As a bartender, I'm constantly hearing people talk politics at me, and they speak it at me. They just want me to nod my head. This is my chance to tell you, no, I'm not going to nod my head. It's not okay. It's simply not okay. So here's a video to the other 50%. DC and Marvel comics have become massive conglomerates at the moment. I don't want to start on that. I don't watch Hollywood movies. I do politics. So my bit today is going to be the way I look at things is maybe you can look at Washington, D.C., like DC Comics. Think of DC Batman, all right? So Dick Cheney was the perfect Penguin. We all saw it right when he started up. I mean, man, he's evil. He's got the little, he shot a buddy in the face. I mean, come on, that's the Penguin, man. He shot a buddy in the face like, hey, you were in my way, bro. Like he looks like the Penguin. He's evil. He is the Penguin. All right. Joe Biden, I mean, the Joker. Oh, come on. That just massive moron smile that he's got. Mumble. I mean, think of him before he lost his mind and just talks incoherently. But previously, that big smile, that got him elected, that clips from the past, we got to pretend like he is, like he Adderall's up and junkies up and gets there, and he's smiling, and that's the Joker. It's great, really, it is. The second Bush, the most recent Bush, the Riddler. I mean, he wasn't actually saying anything clever, but with all these stutters and all these little confusing things, his buddy, the CIA, was going to get everybody. And that's what happened. We were confused by his riddles of understanding his moronicness, while his family, billionaire oil tycoon, Canary Group owning, meaning that they own 25% of most of the oil, war industry, all these things that promote war, their family owns. So their family literally made like $30 million a month while we were at war, the Bush family. So yeah, no, of course the presidency wouldn't want to go to war. Why would they ever want to go to war? That'd be ridiculous. Why would a president ever want to go to war when his family made like $100 million a quarter? A quarter. He dropped $250 million on A-Rod like that. You understand the kind of money Bush has. Come on. So yes, he is the Riddler. Clinton, we gotta say Two-Face, right? I mean, he actually didn't have two faces, but we saw his two faces. Anybody who pays attention to politics has seen the Clinton family has two faces. They literally said it like that's a political stance, and they I'm not actually. Both of the Clintons, Two-Face. Think about it. Trump, I mean, Bane, really? It kind of works. I barely know DC. I barely know how. I just glimpsed at this, and I would love some feedback, and I think somebody who actually knows DC might actually be able to pull this off. But Trump and Bane as a thing. Chucky the Shoe. We got a Mr. Freeze going. I think he's cold-hearted, lost his heart a long time ago, and just wants to freeze the planet. So maybe that works. Maybe. I know they get a little looser here. And I think Obama being the Ra's al Ghul, however you say it, I've heard that there's a few different ways to say it according to your timeline and how long you've been watching things. So, but Obama seems, I mean, don't think of visual, think of the character. I think it works. I think he's the well-traveled pretend intellect that's just trying to do right, but also destroy the planet at the same time, kind of thing. Yeah, I think that might be one. But there is no Batman. There's no Robin. Gotham City doesn't have a savior. There is no savior in this. They're all villains. DC is all villains. There isn't any heroes. I mean, Mitch McConnell's a turtle, so that's fun, but there's no heroes in this. Okay. So yeah, so we look at this, all of these people, all the heroes, the DC villains and the DC villains, they're all rich, they're all powerful, they're all corrupt. Nobody's fighting for the working class. Nobody's looking at the working class. Nobody's trying to help the working class in this group of people. They don't care about us at all. They care about the 22 million millionaires. That's what they care about. So as somebody who has to go back to work here in a minute, going to wrap this up, make it nice and simple and short today, guys. Cut it into two streams. That wonderful little bit there. Stoney Progressive bar rant. Know anybody that's a bartender traveling like me? We have as a bartender, we see a lot of things. I see people who come out as an experience. You guys, I have no problems with you. Come out here once a week, have your great times. You deserve it. You probably absolutely deserve it. Those of you who come out every single night are probably not watching the stream still, because you would have looked at me and you don't even, I'm not Tucker Carlson, so you passed on. If you can go out every single night, treat your servers better. We don't get health care. You know that. You know the owners don't pay us health care. You're okay with this. If you're coming out to eat every night, 25% now. That's the new standard. That's because we don't have health care. We don't get sick time. I got to pay for my doctor's bills. If you're going to be coming in and getting, literally, I've seen coronavirus go through. I'm not saying like people are dying in restaurants. We're young and healthier people typically. But the thing is that if I have to take 5 days off, I don't get paid for those 5 days. I don't get anything. And I have to pay for a doctor's visit when I come back to work because I can't bring it back into work. So I'm costing myself a week's worth of wages while losing a week's worth of wages so that I can serve you people food every day while you're still complaining about things still constantly complaining. I'm so just, I think my entire staff for the reason we're all quitting, the reason we're constantly losing our jobs and leaving our jobs is because we are just battering rams. We're taking it all the time. You want to be talking to the owners about these things. You want to talk about these people who are on vacation with you. They're all around. They're not home. They're not here. They're not even at their houses. They're at one of their other houses. Unless they're in Florida or like in an open state, which that's a whole new thing. I've lived in many states, guys. I've four blue, 3 reds. It doesn't matter. All my friends across the country, they're seeing this. Servers and bartenders are usually left people. Cooks might be right wing. It's not a 50-50 thing in the restaurant industry. So you guys is battering us. We are working class. We are trying our best. The owners aren't here. At any of these restaurants I work at, the owners aren't there helping out. They're not digging their digs in while we're low in, barely making it by. And I hear horror stories all over the place. And I have horror stories from my past about owners not caring. But right now, I think if you guys want restaurants to continue, I think if you want restaurants and bars to stay open, the owners aren't going to step up. We need a national help. We need the nation to say, you know what, you guys are getting slammed. Nothing's going to change. Even if these are small sicknesses, maybe we need to start taking care of our frontline workers, these people who don't have benefits. I have family nurses, friends nurses. I want nurses to have benefits, but I'm pretty sure nurses have fucking healthcare. I don't. I'm out there every fucking day. Some grocery workers are union, so they have health insurance. Some aren't. We all need it. Some fast food workers, you think they have health benefits? A lot of them don't. They need it. They're in front of your face every day. We need health benefits. That's why Medicare for All is so important. It's because we are getting taken advantage of. Take some of the money from the owners. Give us health benefits. And maybe start tipping 25% if you're out every single day. Because this is a service. You're getting me sick coming out every day. Maybe I'm not asking for the rare diners to do it. I'm asking for those who are. And now I get to go back to work and bartend. And I hope to be dropping a Stoney Progressive takedown video as soon as I can get a streaming service that will allow me to split screen without turfing me arm and leg. Have a good day. Stoney Progressive out.